Welcome to Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we made contact with the UCH research vessel, and we were given a mission to visit all the planets and sectors in the Epsilon system. That's the system that we're actually starting in. And what I did is I opted to travel to Epsilon 6, which is a snow planet, which is large, and it says easy, but there's a lot of Xerax on here. You can see where we came through and explored. And I think for the short term, we're going to be staying on this planet while I build up resources. I need food. I need the water. So we're going to have to find somewhere to put down a water generator. Probably down around here, this lake. It looks quite interesting. And more importantly, as a couple of you have pointed out in the comments, is I'm not really equipped to take on the Xerax at the moment. What I need is an SV, an HV, and my capital vessel rebuilt. So we've got quite a lot of things to do. Now, I did think about building an HV first, but at the moment I've got no ability to carry it because I've got no hangar on the back of this ship. So that's going to be one of the first objectives. So I was kind of been looking at the ship. If I go outside and show you, I kind of come here. You see, the ship at the moment is just a great big block, which is what all capital vessels start out with. And what I'm thinking is we've got the thrusters I've picked up. If I can find another crashed ship, what I could do is build a hangar deck on the back, and then we can build forward. But the ship could get a little bit cumbersome, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful. But that's the only way I can see, because the alternative is that I go round and try and scavenge as much as I can and build a CV in the workshop. Just get back inside, it's a bit chilly out there. And I did look at two possible candidates for the workshop. Go back to the library, and if I go to capital vessels, and I've looked at the Wayfarer ST, which is not too bad. It's a level 10. It's not going to win any awards. And the other one is where we can find it. It's the MCRN Pioneer, which is a little bit more kind of aggressive, but you can see we're going to need a lot of resources to be able to build it, especially neodymium. I don't think I've got any neodymium. And of course, titanium rods is going to be the challenge because we're going to have to pull out a hardened steel block. So to be able to build this, I'm going to need quite a strong source of resources. There are a couple of other possible ships in here, but I'm trying to think of one of them. Let me just have a look down at what it was called now. Because I don't look at these very often, because normally once I build a capital vessel, I stop looking at these. I mean, the Rack ships are pretty good, but they're massive in resources. I think it was the Krill Shade, wasn't it? I mean, this is quite a nifty little ship as well. But you can see, you can see here, the real stinger is the neodymium ingot. So in some ways, I'd rather rebuild my own ship. But the one thing I do want is and it's actually highlighted here, is an SV. Now, this isn't going to be a heavily armed SV, because I did look at the Merc, was it the Merc MX-5E down here, which is not a bad ship. But the problem with these is some of them are a little bit out of date now, and you can't do much with them without upgrading them. And I think if I can find the more updated version of it. Obviously, look through and find it. There it is here. It's the MX-5E up here. And then if I go to the MX-5T, we got there. But to upgrade these, we're going to need small optronics bridges. And what I'm going to do is go for a ship that I've built, which is the Silver Shade Tier 2. I mean, I would have liked to have gone for the Silver Shade Mark II, but I don't think I've really got the resources for that. Oh, I've got the neodymium, and we've got the carbon. Oh, maybe I can get this. I mean, the advantage with this one is it's got two sets of rockets, but I think I will go with the Silver Shade T2 because this comes equipped with 2 Gatling guns and 2 rockets. Yeah, and I think this one we only need well, we only need one more piece of copper ingot and some carbon substrate. Because, of course, in the last part, we chopped down a whole pile of trees. So we should be able to come in here and bump out some carbon substrate. So if I can knock out 200, that should do it. It's coming here. You can see I've got a fair amount of copper. I'll do it the lazy way, to be honest. Yeah, the copper. So all I need now is the carbon substrate, and we'll be ready to go. I think we've got more than enough. I'll do it the other way now. Put the exact amount in, okay. And that should be ready in a couple of minutes. And while that's going on, the other thing I've also done is put in a food processor, because if we're going to be fighting on the ground now, what I'm going to need to do is start working on some bandages and other stuff to start heating up. I went out and had a little bit of a walk around, and I found 2 plant protein, which means I can make 2 bandages. So we're going to need to get some more plant protein and stuff like that in order to be able to build up a food reserve. In fact, I think into the fridge and the food processor. I killed one of those Mr. Blobbies as well. Actually, just eat a waffle. I can't eat waffle from that point, can I? Just punch that food in and just get into the ship and on the thrusters, and we'll just continue exploring. Got a crash capital vessel. Where? Plasma drone hovering over it. Thank you, game. I think what I'd like to do is get a bit of height and get off the top of the trees first. There's the crash capital vessel. Don't think I'm going to worry too much about the crash capital vessel at the moment, simply because I don't really want to rebuild the ship too much. If we go south towards those resources there, and what I would like to do is set up a water generator next to the lake. Although technically on a snow planet, you shouldn't have to worry too much about that, because in theory you can put a water generator down in the snow. We'll just keep going. Now I'll keep looking for resources. What I'm doing is looking for resources, and also a place to kind of set up a working base is probably the best way to describe it. I mean, we're actually in the trees now. I mean, one of the downsides of capital vessels is the fact that you can't really see the ground very much. Let me just see. We'll just put down again now the capital blueprint is finished. Oops. Out. Shoot. And we'll just get outside, and we'll just bring in what we call it, the Silver Shade Bark 2. Of course, it won't have any fuel in it. So, fuel in it. Just get in here because we're going to put some fuel in it. Don't need any oxygen. Oops. Capital vessel. It's the ammo controller, isn't it? Well, there they are. I think we'll just drop in a full set. Now we've got. And what we're going to need in the way of ammunition is 130mm missiles and 15mm ammunition. I think we got the 15mm ammunition. We can put that in the ammo controller. We just need some missiles now. do is just, if we can park on the roof, it should fit in here. If we, maybe if we kind of turn it around like that. Just put you onto the roof. Turn the power off. And once we've got some missiles, let me just see. Back into here. We get to the container controller and weapons. Ah, we might not have unlocked the missiles. Let's just come into here. Small missiles. Yeah, we need the rocket launcher. I mean, a minigun turret would be quite useful as well. I need to level up a bit more because you see I've only got 185 points left. So we'll just take that. Yeah, unfortunately the Silver Shade doesn't really have a platform to put a minigun turret on. And to be honest, I'm not completely converted to having miniguns on an SV at the moment. Let me just see. Here we are. So you can see this is magnesium powder. How much I think got a bit. We're going to have to be a little bit careful with things. Incendiary grenade, eh? Yeah, I can see me blow myself up with that. Let me just get in here. So we get 6. So if I make about 10 of those. Now the other thing I also need is ammunition for my other weapons. Let me just get into here. I don't think I really need the... I'm not a big fan of the pistol that can go in there. And I've got a assault rifle, but I've got no ammunition for the assault rifle. I wouldn't mind a sniper rifle as well. Let me just... I want the food processor, what am I on about? And we'll just get into here. Container controller. Right, should have the missiles for that now. Now the next thing I need is we make about 500 rounds. 500 rounds of that. Those. I wouldn't mind a sniper rifle, but I think I haven't unlocked it either. Okay, let me just go in here. Weapons. Gonna take another 7, but I think I would like that. For some reason the assault rifle isn't unlocked. The armor. So unlock that because my light armor is going to take a bashing now. And I mean, it'd be great to find some medium armor. And make a sniper rifle, and you make about 150 rounds of sniper rifle ammunition as well. Bring that in down there. Well, we've got one small optronics bridge. If I can find another one, I can consider upgrading ship. And we need the container controller, the ammo box. So we've now got a little bit of a punch to be able to take down drones. And I think in some ways, taking down drones is a little bit easier when you're actually in an SV. I think we'll go this way and see what we can find. There's lots of resources down this way. But, wait, what are you firing at? Okay, so we found a... Well, we found a... I'd say that's a nice golem or something. Let me go and get him. Because he'd be seen as a hostile. Yeah, there he is. He didn't have that much on him, but I'll take it. Anything else around here since I've kind of put down on the ground? Not seeing anything. Gonna be interesting. Getting up into there. Player. Put this in there. Probably don't need this amount of biofuel anymore. Up the ammunition. Probably don't need these anymore as well, but I think I'll keep the. We're not going to wander far away from the ship now, so if I put this in there, but move that up there, that up there. We don't really need to carry oxygen with us. Oops. We don't need to carry oxygen with us at the moment either. So, got that there. Probably don't need water either. We've got a little bit of explosives, some medication. Probably need a bit more medication go forward. And of course, eventually I'm just going to need to sort this mess out a little bit. The biofuel, just some biofuel for the moment. At least we need to decide to take down some more trees. Here we go again. If we just keep heading. Well, that was the big lake. Oh no, the big lake's over there. I get a feeling that what's here is probably going to be Xerax bases. In fact, they just flashed up level 2, level 1. Yeah, so there's no point going there. I think the lake is. I'm just going to put a marker down actually. Just put this down here. And I think we're going to head for that large lake. We can explore more as we go along. We've got an iron deposit there. There's something 5.3 kilometers up that way. I mean, that could be useful, but I think we'll head for the lake first. I know I'm flying over a lake, but I like the idea of that big lake. And there's some resources there. It's actually nice to be flying over a planet which even in the dark you can reasonably see what you're doing. This isn't. Is that another ice golem? Maybe not. Uranium deposit. Okay. I actually like the idea of this. There's a nice golem over there. Ah, got him. I might have to split my guns up a little bit. I can't afford him to be blasting away at ice golems are nice, but I don't want to waste 30mm ammunition on them. We can grab him. And there was another one up in this direction. Hey. Firing in that direction. Well, we're going to clear out the local ice golems, if nothing else. And what we got here? Well, we're getting some rare resources. This big hole here. I think there's another one up away in front of us, but there's a good chance we won't be able to get that one. Certainly want that titanium though before we leave. I probably won't find it, but there's actually some plant protein here, which is what I want as well, so we might as well grab that. Of course, the more we collect, the more we're XP. Oh look, there he is. Okay. Take him and take a bit of anything else here. I think that is natural stimulant. Not really interested in natural stimulant. Apologies guys. My ship's firing at something again. Yeah, we got a couple of eggs. I was hoping for some meat. We're most likely gonna have to do some hunting. Oh, look at that! I walked straight past this plant protein. Do you get a feeling he was trying to attack me? Right, let me just put the hand scanner back on. Okay, just get back into the ship where I can pick that up underneath as well. Keep grabbing the plant protein, plant fiber, not plant protein. There seems to be quite a consistent amount of radiation on this planet. I suppose coupled with the got a little bit of plant fiber. This can go in here. Some saphium ore, magnesium ore, cobalt. Okay, fridge. Where was the hand scanner again? And we'll just shoot outside. I say I definitely want that titanium. Just wasting fuel here. Game, I landed right next to a patch of titanium and you're not showing it to me. You're just outside the door. Get out before it disappears again. Just hook up to the container controller. Just dive down this. Oh, this is going to be deep. There's some. Let's see, 29 titanium. Of course, we can turn this into titanium rods. So if we need to make anything, I mean, if we turn this in, okay, have to get a bit closer. We have to stand outside. Never mind, that's the way it is. Just have to keep an. I mean, the ship will warn me if anything gets close now. As long as it's not a predator. So we're just going to grab the rest of this titanium and I'll be right back. This is turning into be a very deep mine. This titanium deposit is certainly buried at a serious depth. But there's lots of it and I'm not going to leave without it. Right, I think I've got most of the titanium ore. Let me just have a look. Where is it? There it is. We've got 1,086 titanium ore at the moment. There's still a little bit more down here, but it's getting very deep. You can see here how deep it actually is. So some little bits over here. We pick out. So I think we're right on the kind of scrag end now. See how I don't think I can see anymore. I just saw a flash of blue there. I mean, we're still not at full depth actually, but I can't really see it. Oh, there's a little bit there. Don't know if I'll be able to get to it. And that is about it. We've got 37 titanium there. It still says there's 100% left, but there's probably a little bit buried very deep, but I don't think I need to worry too much about that. Just carry on our journey towards the lake. Which I need to make a... Turn that off. Is it under miscellaneous? I can't remember where it is now. I need a water generator. There it is. Knock one of those out while we're flying. There's the lake just there. Oh, we must have land next to the marker, I suppose. Just kind of come up here. Kidding me? What are you killing now? That was a... Oops. I think I should... Now might be... Thrusters on. Kind of get a little bit closer to the water. There's either a lot of ice golems on this planet or other things that need killing. Let's get in here. Let's see what was around here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see what my ship was shooting at. He wasn't shooting at the Mr. Blobby, though I wouldn't mind killing him because he's meat. There's a little bit of copper there. Loaded. Hello. Sorry, we got to go hunting. Let me just pick up the water generator and go into there. And we're going to need a little bit of fuel. Well, don't need 403. Actually, probably about 10 I do. Fridge. Put that in there. And we'll just deploy the water generator. And we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them in, and I'll just tag this. See, and what we'll do is create a waypoint here. I'll call you water gen. You can come back this way. There's a little bit of okay. Resource drill. And with the proper drill, picking up even little nodules like that is relatively easy. And considering it was right in the way. Actually, what is that? Is that gold or saphium? Gold bearing. I think I'll take that as well. A bit more over here. I think the gold would be worth picking up. Got here. That's just the rock. But we'll take. Since I came around here, we'll just pick up that as well. Quite strange, actually. We're looking at these resources and travelling about a bit, and oops, ship's kind of. And now I've got the weapons, and I'm kind of half spawning for a fight against the Xerax drone. We can't actually find one. like the idea of that base up there. But these are proper bases. I think what we might do is, now we've got a water generator down, I think we're going to go up and take a look, see at whatever 3-odd kilometers away, but we're going to have to be a bit careful that we don't mix it up too much with any Xerax. So we're going to go north for the moment and see what's at that area there is. And I mean, it could be a good source of loot. Over the top here. Where's the crashed capital vessel again? Now, I think we'll go for whatever that is. Whatever it is looks interesting, but it's defended by a large minigun drone, and we're not going to risk the capital vessel. This is going to be time for the... Now, we have to be a little bit careful because we've got no shielding, and this ship is relatively lightly armed. So just in here, turn the power on, and of course we're gonna have to reload. How many of them? It looks like there might be got 3 drones to deal with. Probably, I think if we gain height. Now, this ship doesn't win any awards for maneuverability either. As you can see, it's a little bit underpowered. I think if I can get some height with them. I'd like to get... The rocket drone is probably the biggest challenge. Back to here. We have to get in pretty close. So we found an abandoned mine, and that is certainly going to be worth taking down. Wait, I thought I'd loaded. I think we got him, haven't we? Nope. Wow, these guys are pretty serious about... These guys are pretty serious, aren't they? Oops, missed him. I think I've got him, haven't I? I got them both. Have a look. I think the rocket drone, I might have already killed him, and I was still shooting at him when he was on the ground, I think. There's a... what we call it there as well. Golem. Well, might as well take him down as well while we're at it. And the light off, he's in a pool of light at the moment. Back to first person, level off, and we'll just drop down. And I think we've got the objective for the next video. Just gonna land, oops, and jump out. Thank you, game. And we're certainly going to have to grab these guys. Well, we got the ammunition back or at least the 15mm ammunition back. We've got a little bit more fuel, and we'll just pick up these guys. A bit of Vestarum, and then we go back to the capital vessel if I can find it in this direction, and we'll just bring the capital vessel up. What's that over there? Oh, that's just a base. We just get on the top. I think I could definitely really feel the need for another turret on this ship, but it's going to be a bit think we can. I think I'm just going to cross land. I think. Come in here. I mean, there's nothing in the rule book that says the ship has to align with the what we call it, the direction of the main ship. Get in here. Down a bit more. Thrusters on. And we'll just get in. And we've got ourselves an abandoned mine, which can be fun to investigate. So we're just going to land here. Get thrusters off again. How much haven't got? No projectile rounds. I've got. Wow. That's because I keep killing those, what we call it, the drones. I don't think I really need to worry too much about projectile rounds. I just want to check something. I've got a feeling I actually built a turret in the... I've got a turret. Oh, look at that. I've got the welcome of Empyrion. Yeah, the horrors. Oh, let me just see. Let me just come up here. Hello, guys. And see, the trouble is, where would I put? I mean, truthfully, I don't need this thing anymore. I put a 15mm cannon. I could put one on the side. Put one in the front here. And have a 15mm in the front. Underneath here where this sentry gun is. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just take you off. Preview, because I might need you later on. I think we'll just put a... This is a standard. This is the... no, I'm going to put a 15mm underneath. Yeah, you see him spin up there? And come out of there. Rather than use... Well, we got the 15mm from... I picked up, so we put that in there as well. Wait. What are you firing at now? Probably firing at some... Oh, no, it's probably... Got the arachnid. Got a couple of arachnids over there. We could probably go and hunt them. Food. I think I will. Get rid of the... I should just put this in here first. A bit travelling lights. Got that in there. The rest can go into... Actually, we can try out the sniper rifle. Get back into the right frame of mind. It looks like the 15mm is already taking these guys down. Okay. That means that my settings for my weapons is wrong. We're killing creatures like this. Anyway, it gives us a little bit more food, if nothing else. Let's go and take a look at... Ah, the 15mm isn't part of the group yet, actually, is it? It's in a group of its own at the moment. That's why it killed them. So that's something else I need to sort out. So we'll just off Bridge. So we're kind of getting a little bit of bits and pieces now. Let's see what we can make food-wise. We can't really make anything good because we haven't got any of the other plants. So I really need a grow plot area set up in my CV so that I can use these plants to start producing food. That's another reason why I really need to rebuild the ship. Because at the moment the ship is pretty inefficient. Devices. We're gonna add you to a group. Put you in turrets. And yep. Certainly not going to be engaging any capital vessels, and I certainly don't want right there. So thrusters, generators. Yep. Right, I think just to wind up, we're gonna kind of go round the top level, which is relatively safe as long as you don't go down past that ramp there. Got the shotgun. Reload. So we'll just loot out the top level and see what we can get. Maybe just hook up the medium armor would be a really nice game. Okay, we're gonna do it this way because we are not picking stuff up. Come there. We can get into there. Lithium plates, yes, I'll take those. Full tank tier 2 there. Certainly wouldn't mind that. That in there. Thing in there. Capital vessel. Heard something. Always get a bit twitchy here. What's this? Nanotubes here. Well, we got anything. Can't do anything with that fuel tank yet because we haven't cored it. A couple of computers. I'll put it all in here for the moment, and I'll sort it out later on. Yeah, I know you're all there, guys. Deep undergrounds. Power cells. And I think we can get power cells out of that one. Just to give you guys a little bit of a look, see what's to come. You come in here. Get the sniper rifle, reload it. You come in here, you can just see. Aha. Got me because I was. There's a another one just there. Just see. Took quite a lot of damage though. I don't think there's anything else in this room. We can kind of have a quick scope round here. I'll sort it out afterwards. Now, I've got to be a little bit careful because I think there used to be a trap round here. Multi-tool, yeah, I'll take that. Hardened steel block. You can blow your way in here. Wrong code, yes, thank you, game. Another multi-tool. Yeah, there's like an entrance here where if you blow your way in through there. And I'll just take that. Now, up the top of here is like a control room. And there's a kind of screaming abdab up there. But well, I'm not going to go up there just at the moment because I've a bit of damage. The first real combat damage of the series. If I stand about here, and what I can do is just show you. Well, we come up. Whoops. We come up a bit. You'll see this is the room where that staircase goes up there. If you look very carefully, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a couple of switches at the top there. So coming up to here is the best way forward. You can turn those switches off. And then, of course, if you go down in here, see where the two X's are. There's a spawner up in there, and you can see there's also a turret around the corner. Have to get back into the ship. And of course, because we're dealing with the our friends, the horrors, we're probably going to need. Oops, I've fallen down the hole again. Got our med kit. What I most likely will have to do is deploy. I don't know if I've got anything else in the inventory that's. I would certainly take that out. Take the ammunition. I don't think there's anything else in here that we need to set this to Evo controller. I'm going to put this in there, and along with the. Where did I put the multi-tool then? Oh, the multi-tools are in the fridge, aren't they? Keeping cool. I think that is about it. We're going to need food, aren't we? Let me just take a look at. Yeah. Fridge, please, game. And what we can make is steaks. Have to have a couple of steaks for the moment. Medkit wise, I need something that's going to be for dermal parasites. So make. I don't know if I've actually got anything for dermal parasites. We've got something against dermal burn. There's something else we're going to need. No, we've got nothing. I mean, we don't need the anti-radiation stuff, so we don't need anti-radiation. What I do need is what we got here. What we got here. Betty moss scrapings. There's food poison intoxication. I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, I think we need a couple of these, and we also need one of those as well, and we need at least I don't know how many herbal tubes we got. Probably make a couple of these as well. And how much plant protein? A couple of bandages. Kind of give me a first aid kit for me going on with, and I've still forgotten what I was actually meant to be doing. If we come to the container controller. Oh, I thought I had more in the way of med stations. And that's the container controller. What about MO1? Okay, we got one other medical device which I can deploy should I need to be able to treat myself. Actually, let's just. Oh, can't do it. That there. What do we want? I don't want that. Indigestion, toxic organ failure, dermal parasites, dermal burn, necrosis, broken leg, closed fracture, open fracture, dermal parasites, endoparasites, alien parasites. I think that's probably. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of keep that in reserves. So if I get anything that I need to cure, which I can't cure with my first aid kit, I'll be able to do something. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will be plunging down into the depths of the abandoned factory, see if we can get ourselves some good loot, because I really need to start thinking about the expanding this capital vessel, because it's rubbish. I'll be honest. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.